I have Jonathan Williams with me today, the president of the Blackfoot Community Players Board, who manages the Nuart Theatre. Jonathan, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So, Jonathan, just before we get into what's going on the next few weeks, I guess, for you guys, can you tell us a little bit about, since you're the president of the board, obviously that's a big role to play, tell us a little bit about the responsibilities that you have as the president, and then your time with the theater and everything.
All right. Well, I've been president for just over a year now. I followed Sharon Hodge, who'd been the president for a number of years, and had been on the board for 20 plus years. We're a 9-member board that fulfill different roles. We've got a couple of members that do a lot of the tech support, light, sound, and that sort of thing. We have 2 or 3 of us that help to maintain the theater and to build the sets for our shows. And we have different roles with a treasurer and a couple ladies that help maintain the supplies of the theater and sell concessions and promote the show. But it's I've been doing it now. I've been on the board for 8 or 9 years, and then when Sharon stepped down, they nominated and elected me to be the president. So,
great, congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you. I think.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
I imagine, as president, especially. So.
It is.
Jonathan, you guys have, you guys have shows pretty often, but you guys have a show coming up. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, we're doing it's called Game On. It's sort of an improv game show. So think of Whose Line Is It Anyway, mashed up with Fear Factor, mashed up with A Minute to Win It, mashed up with America's Got Talent. Pretty much anything could happen on stage, and what we're doing is we'll have 4 celebrity contestants that will be paired with a randomly selected volunteer from the audience, and they'll do different challenges and competitions. It could be dancing or singing, or it could be performing an improv skit of some kind, different challenges, and it's meant to be entertaining, fun, and funny, and good for the whole family. We've done a few improv shows at our theater over the last year, and this is just kind of a new angle on how to get some improv going and to get a lot of good audience participation. And there will be some audience activities as well to get the whole audience involved with the show. So
there you go. It's a combination of a lot of different things. You mentioned all those different, I guess, more popular TV shows, and it's just all thrown into one thing. And with this event, you guys have.
Correct.
So when you say that the audience kind of like is the show, they're a big part of it. How, and you mentioned also that you guys have done this in the past. How has it, how has the audience and the community responded to being part of this show, and how is it different this year?
So past audiences have really enjoyed the show. We've been working with a stand-up group out of Pocatello, and they're not as involved with this show, other than Brent Hurley is our MC slash host of the show, and he'll be organizing and accomplishing all the games with the folks on stage. And then, of course, each the audience will help decide who wins. There's going to be some awards at the end of the show for those who participate, and of course a major award for those for the 2 that win. Mm-hmm. And we're hoping the audience will help us decide who the winner is, whose performances are the best. Their enthusiasm, of course, encourages the contestants to rise to new heights, and then of course helps our judges decide who's the winner of each different section. So.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of prizes are the contestants competing for?
Well, there will be some prizes for some of our shows in the near future. For all of them, we'll get the tickets to the teams that don't get first place to our upcoming show, Annie, which is our Christmas production. this year, and then the winners will get season tickets to next season, to 2026, among some other prizes, some gifts from the candy shop here in Blackfoot, and among other things that we're working on still.
There you go. So with these shows that you guys do, how often is it typically that you guys put on just shows in general, for those that don't know?
So we typically do 5 or 6 shows a year. These improv shows we started last January, and we've done 3 of them this last year, and this will be our 4th. But our scheduled shows, we typically do 4 or 5 musicals or plays throughout the year. In 2026, we've got slated Peter Pan Jr. for our junior production in February, and then our spring production will be Damn Yankees, and then our summer production that we do at the Blackfoot Performing Arts Center over at the Blackfoot High School is in combination with the Snake River Theater group as well as our group, and we're doing The Prince of Egypt. And then our fall show next year will be a Christmas show called 1940s Radio Christmas Hour, and it's a bit of a comedy. So.
Yeah, so you guys got a lot coming up.
Yep, always. And we got to start planning for 2027 now. So
yeah,
since 26 is set and we're about done with 25. So, but we're really excited about Annie. It's our next musical. They're hard into rehearsals right now, working really hard with the kids and the adults that are in that show. And that will open in the 2 middle weeks of December. The weekends, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, the 2 middle weekends in December. And looking really forward to that one, because Annie right now is actually touring, and we had to do a little bit of fast talking to get the rights to be able to do Annie. We had to actually get permission from the touring company so that we wouldn't be in competition with them. So, and they were gracious enough to allow us to do Annie. So I think we are the only community theater in the United States this year that has been allowed to do Annie. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's a fortunate opportunity.
Yep.
So what, I mean, I guess you talked a little bit about planning in advance, because you guys have all of next year set, which is amazing. And now you're looking forward already to 2027. What goes into planning these shows for you guys and getting everything set up?
Well, number one, you always have to find shows that are actually available. If they're touring or if they're on Broadway, oftentimes they're not available. As much as we'd love to do Les Mis or something like that, or those rights aren't available. So you have to look at what's available at the different theater companies that own the play rights. And we sit down as a board and we spitball a couple of different ideas for each different season for the show. And then I get online and get with the contracts and see which ones we can get a contract with. It takes quite a bit of work to get the contracts arranged. And then of course, quite a bit of money to pay for the contracts up front. They're not inexpensive. And then of course the cost of producing them is not inexpensive either. So we really rely on good support from the community around us. We get a lot of good support from Pocatello and Blackfoot and Idaho Falls. And we do appreciate all those that come down and watch our shows. And we work hard to put them on and produce a good show. And we hope that they feel like they're getting their money's worth. So
That's great. And what has been, I guess, one of the community favorite shows? Like, is there a show that people really flock to or talk about the most?
Not this last summer of 25, the summer of 24, we did 7 Brides for 7 Brothers for our summer production over at Blackfoot Performing Arts Center at the high school here in Blackfoot. And that one was exceptionally well attended. People really love 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, but we also had Adam's Family a couple of years ago that was almost a standing room only every night for that show in our little theater at the Nuart. We have about just over 400 seats available, and we were packed every night. That show was really, really popular. So we've had some really good shows that have been well supported, and then you get some shows that aren't as well known, and sometimes folks just don't come out to see it. So it's kind of hit and miss, depends on what you have. So,
So because you talk about also, different plays, events, touring and things like that, and trying to get things set up. So what is the cast usually composed of at the Nuart Theatre? Is it locals? Is it just, more groups that are traveling? Like, is it a mixture? What is it?
No, but it's just all community volunteers that, amateur actors that love theater and want to come put on a good show. So they're all just local people that come and audition and get cast in whatever role the director feels they fit the best. And so, it's a lot of fun, but it gives a good opportunity for our local folks to be able to get on stage and use talents that they don't normally get to use on a regular basis.
Yeah. And if you're making a pitch to just, people in the community, Jonathan, if you're telling people, with everything that they have going on, why should people want to come and see this show, specifically Game On, that you guys are putting on in a week?
Well, we all need a good reason to laugh every now and again, and there should be plenty of reasons to laugh. And we love our old theater. It was opened in 1930, started being built in 1928, and we've done lots of improvements and renovations. We just got done doing a seat renovation for the theater, leaving the original seats but resurfacing and recovering and repadding. So the seats are a lot more comfortable than they used to be, because they were still the original springs, some of them still had the original straw in them from when the theater was opened back in 1930. And so that was a very interesting project, and we sure appreciate everybody that helped with that. We had Idaho Heritage Foundation was able to arrange for a grant that they were able to help us quite a bit with that project as well. So the theater is a lot more comfortable. The ambiance of the theater has been around for 100 years, or nearly 100 years, and just creates a great environment for people to be able to enjoy a good show and have a good experience. And of course, we try to keep our prices as affordable as we can, just because it's community theater, and we want everybody to be able to enjoy it. And of course, our costs have gone up significantly, and we've had to make some adjustments in prices, but there isn't a more affordable theater in Southeast Idaho at this point. We keep our prices pretty low, and we're fortunate that we can do that because we own our venue, and so it's been great, and we appreciate the community's support, just because their support is what allows us to keep it open. Their support is our only source of income. We have a lot of great donors that donate every year that give us funds to keep the place open, but really we rely on people coming to our shows and filling our seats and having a good time. So,
yeah, thank you for that. So, Jonathan, just give us one last rundown specifically for the Game On show. So, when is it? And then where's the theater located, and just the cost of tickets?
The Game On is November 8th at 7:30, and doors will open at 6:45 to come in and be seated, and tickets are $12. And the Nuart Theatre is located on Broadway Street in Blackfoot. You can't miss it. It's just right next to the city offices and the library, and it's very iconic. It's it's just right here in Blackfoot downtown, and if you're coming for an evening, there's lots of great places to go out to dinner and enjoy Blackfoot's ambiance and the community down here. So
there you go. Well, sweet. Well, thanks so much for joining me today, Jonathan. I appreciate you talking to us about the theater, and we wish you the best of luck, of course, with all the shows you got going on. It's great.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.